They said love would be enough. But no one told you what it would feel like to walk beside someone who isn't going where you're going, to share a bed, a home, a life, and still feel like you're walking alone. This is the truth about being unequally yoked. The phrase comes from the Bible. 2 Corinthians 6 verse 14 says, "Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers." But this isn't just about religion. It's about alignment, about walking side by side with someone who carries your values, your vision, your hunger for truth. Because in the old days, a yoke was a tool. It connected two oxen side by side to pull a load together. But if one was strong and the other weak, if one moved fast and the other dragged, the journey became impossible. Not because one was bad, but because they weren't moving together. This is what it feels like today. One person is growing, the other is comfortable. One is seeking God, the other is avoiding depth. One is building the future, the other is living in the past. You're tied together, but your hearts are pulling in different directions. So what happens? This isn't about blame. Being unequally yoked doesn't mean the other person is evil. It just means you're not aligned. And love without alignment becomes a burden, not a blessing. Here's the deeper truth. You weren't created to live in half-truths, to dim your light to protect someone else's comfort, to shrink your purpose to avoid conflict. You were made to walk in full alignment with someone who sees you, builds with you, grows beside you, someone who doesn't need to be dragged because they're walking with you. So if you find yourself unequally yoked, be honest. Don't stay silent out of fear. Don't carry what was never meant to be yours alone. Don't confuse attachment with purpose. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is stop pretending. You can't walk two different roads, tied to someone going the opposite way. You'll both end up broken or stuck. And your calling is too important to be postponed by misalignment. The real you deserves real partnership, one built on truth, on vision, on shared direction. Being unequally yoked doesn't mean you're wrong for loving, but it does mean you're right for choosing alignment. Choose peace, choose truth, choose freedom, even if it means walking alone, until the right soul walks beside you. The strong one starts to carry more. You compromise your truth to keep the peace. You silence your voice so they won't feel insecure. You pretend you're okay with shallow living, but your soul knows you're not. That's the cost of being unequally yoked. You can't walk in purpose while dragging someone who refuses to rise.